The opinions expressed on this show do not necessarily reflect those of the Barbers Chat Network, our great partners at H&B Media, or any of our media peers. We're just five idiots who love sports and love to talk shit. If you're offended easily, then this show isn't for you. And for those of you who aren't offended easily, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Remember, it's only entertainment.
So cool.
Triple double hat trick, I know the code too. Ice trade, go for trade, yeah we cold too. Getting paper on these player haters, old news. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold. My agent just said we made 100 flat. Make it back and make it stack just like I'm Steven Jack. Put my rings up in the camera like I needed that. Up in the air and at the rim is where I meet them at.
Before we start the show, we want to thank our sponsors, Pillars. Pillars is the best clothing line in the Chicagoland area. If you're looking for a dope hoodie, a sweatsuit, shirts, shoes, or even stuff for your kids, Pillars is where you should go. You can visit any of their 4 store locations in the Chicagoland area or visit pillarsclub.co and order online. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Patreon show. I'm not going to hold you halftime, which is usually every Wednesday exclusively on the Barbers Chair Net Patreon, but we're doing something special this week because I will not be doing a show on Friday because Friday is the start of Chicago Bears minicamp, rookie minicamp for all the rookies. So, I got to go down there and cover it, see Caleb Williams throw a football for the first time in Bears practice gear and take care of all that, man. So I at least wanted to give a midweek show for people who subscribe to the Patreon. By the way, the audio will only be on the Patreon, and for the people who just watch us on HB Media, man. So, of course, if you're new to the show, or if you're not new to the show, I am your host, Scott Lewis. You know to follow me at BarberChairScott on Twitter and Instagram. You can follow the Barbers Chair Network and at Barbers Chair Net on Twitter and Instagram. Follow HB Media and HB Media TV on Twitter, HB Media on Instagram, and, of course, get in tune with our sponsors, Pillars. You can go to pillarsclub.co, visit pillars_club on Instagram, and get everything they got over there, or you can go to any of their 3 store locations, man. And if you want to, get this every Wednesday, if you want to get, I'm not going to hold you overtime, which is the local hour, you can subscribe to the Patreon. The link is right there, patreon.com/Barbers Chair Network. Subscribe to either the $10 Barbers Chair All Access feed, where you get everything we're doing on there, new 79th and Hallis episodes, Summer Session, our new 25th anniversary Entourage Rewatch Pod. I know we haven't done a couple episodes in a couple weeks because I have been sick, but me and Dante will finish up season 1 this week, and we'll drop that up for y'all next week, man. So patreon.com/Barbers Chair Network. For those of you who are Patreon subscribers, you know that I usually do this show either with me, by myself, or with a special guest. And today we have a special guest. He is the owner of this great network that you're watching, HB Media TV, is rapper extraordinaire, Pavito. What's going on, brother?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
I'm doing better. My voice sounds better.
Coming back
to life. I actually was able to leave the house last night for my dad's 69th birthday.
Shout out, Pops.
Shout out to my pops. When you're a black man and you reach past 50, it's a toss-up, nigga. So it's good. So, shout out to my dad. So I was able to eat solid food. I know a lot of people out there laughing like solid food. I had tonsillitis and I was eating soup, popsicles, ice cream, nigga, all the stuff. Not ice cream, but non-solid foods I wasn't able to eat, but I was able to eat solid food yesterday. I tried to drink alcohol last night. Let's just say that was a bad mistake.
Bad decision. You should
have. Very bad decision.
At least you gonna do that. Drink wine or get like a hot toddy or some shit, bro.
And my brother knew I was tweaking because I ordered it, and as soon as the order came, he nigga looked at me like, Yeah, you probably should have waited a little bit.
Yeah, you
And
should do that.
I was like, nigga, I'll be fine. I took 3 sips, but my tongue felt like somebody stepped on it.
Man,
But
it's not fine.
yeah, but besides that, I'm doing well. I've been enjoying these playoffs. We'll get into the playoffs in a minute. But let's start off with the number one battle, which has been bigger than the playoffs, which has been Drake versus Kendrick Lamar, which I think that the popular vote and the electoral college have all voted in Kendrick's favor over this. But you are the resident Drake fan. I have been getting badgered by people who says that I'm biased. You know what Drewski say? You got me. You got me. I am. I've been biased since June 2010, and I will take no. There's 3 people who I will stand for forever: Kendrick, Jay-Z, and Future. I'm riding with Pluto, Hov, and Dot. And y'all just gonna have to get over it. But you are a Drake fan, but you are also a rapper and artist. I'm very interested in your opinion on this. I saw a little bit. You and TPJ talked about it on Happy Hour. Give me your opinion on the entire battle. Who do you think won, and do you think that is there anything that's gonna happen from here on out?
I think Kendrick won. Unfortunately, but yeah, I think Kendrick won. I think that's pretty obvious. I think the main thing that I just think he was better prepared for war than Drake was. I think for one, Drake kind of underestimated his opponent for one. Like Kendrick Lamar isn't. I know people like to act like Kendrick is like the little engine that could, but like, bro, like there's not many artists on planet Earth over the past 15 years that have been bigger than Kendrick Lamar. Like Kendrick, like granted, obviously Drake is Drake, and Drake may be outside of Taylor Swift and Bad Bunny or something like that, the biggest artist in the world. But Kendrick is on the list. Like once you start getting to like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that's where the Kendrick range of where Kendrick Lamar is. So I think that he may have underestimated his opponent. Like you can't do the same things that you did with Pusha T because of the fact that they reverberate different when Kendrick Lamar comes at you. Because again, Kendrick Lamar's fan base, like Kendrick Lamar goes and sells out arena tours on his own. Like, yeah, you may go and you may do more dates and you may do more shows and you may gross more money. But I think the Mr. Morale tour was one of the highest grossing tours in hip hop history as well. Meaning Kendrick Lamar has a huge fan base. So yeah, I think he won. I think he was just better prepared. I think that obviously his music was good, but I think Drake made dope records. I know people like don't like I think that number one, I need people to stop lying and saying Felony Man is some of the best rapping Drake has ever done.
You don't think it's some of the best rapping Drake has done?
No, it's not.
Why not?
It's not. It's just not.
What? Okay, your opinion. What's the best rapping Drake's ever done?
I don't champagne poetry or like.
I know you're a big R&B Drake fan more than anything.
No, I even want to say Tuscan Leather or like fucking champagne poetry. 5 a.m. in Toronto, 4 p.m. in Calabasas. Like, what are we doing?
And I mean, those are great raps, but the way he was able to, in the second verse, basically take out all the little niggas, kind of like Jay-Z takeover style, and the third verse was strictly on Kendrick's head. Like, nigga, you
also.
If Kendrick don't drop immediately, we're having a different conversation.
Like that. Like that's what I mean by Kendrick's presentation was better. Number one, Kendrick just uploading to YouTube. Drake is going to the DSPs. Like push-ups got leaked. Like if push-ups didn't get leaked, because I like push-ups more than Felony Matters. I think push-ups is the dopest Drake record that was involved in this beef. It was just presented bad. Like it leaked. Yeah. People thought it was AI. Like people thought it was AI at first. It leaked. Then you finally get the version up. Like if he just would have went the route of like again, even like Taylor Made freestyle, you put it out, which I thought was a cool concept record.
I thought it was creative, but where he messed up was
the Tupac estate made him take it down.
The Tupac estate was gonna make him take it down.
Like it's the whole thing just looks like you weren't prepared for war. Like you were on the more defensive. Kendrick uploads Euphoria. Okay, goes away. And then also he doesn't tweet like Kendrick Lamar. I'm not gonna say you don't be on the internet because I think everybody be on the internet.
Be on the internet,
but he doesn't. But like like the perception of Kendrick is like he drops something and then goes away and does whatever he does. And then comes back with music. And that's what this whole thing was. Like he would drop something and you wouldn't hear anything from him besides the music. So I think that his perception was better, and then his presentation was better. And I think we're at the point in life where like people really hate Drake. Like he's been on top for 15 years. And when you've been on top for that long, people want to see you fall. But it takes a special person to want to see you. Like the groups of people that as Kanye said, we are very excited about the elimination of Drake. But again, Like Pusha T couldn't do this because people don't give that much of a fuck about Pusha T.
Pusha T doesn't have the
It's
Pusha T right message, wrong messenger.
Yeah, it's like, but Kendrick's doing it, but I'm happy it's over because honestly, bro, this is some of the worst shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, we've never had two big artists of the level of them saying the
things that they're saying
about each other. Like, again, like usually it'd be like, yeah, I had sex with your girl. Your music is trash. You a hoe. Bro, these people are like saying actual crimes,
scathing allegations.
Like, bro, like we learned allegedly Kendrick beating his wife. You calling Drake a pedophile? You saying that like Kendrick kid ain't like, what are we doing? Yeah. Like, we got to the point where it's like, bro, we can't rap no more after this.
Right.
Like these two guys can never, and also it makes me understand J. Cole when he said the thing of like, yo, I see a day one day when I'm not making music and I don't want to like hate these people who I've been like around or been like somewhat cool with for the past like 15 years. I don't want to hate these people. We've reached a space where like, bro, they can never be in the same room ever again.
No, they can't. And that's the thing with somebody was like, that's why I'm looking forward to the next time we do summer sessions because Merck put up the picture of Jay and Nas with Sway. And he's like, who's gonna play Sway in 20 years? I'm like, nobody, nigga, because Jay and Nas was never personal. Like, yeah, Jay said I put condom on your baby, but we all know that's a joke. Like,
but he also caught hell for that though. That's the thing. He also caught hell for that.
Also, and that's why Jay lost. Because, and this thing too about favorites, and this is one thing that has annoyed me. We all know social media ruins everything. I want people to be honest. Do I like Drake's music? Yes. Have I? You've known me forever. How long have I always said I like Drake music? I don't like Drake. I've said that forever because he just don't look like a nigga I'd be cool with. Like he just looked like the nigga you went to school with, who he was always lame. Then he got a little paper and he thought that he was gonna be unlame. Now I'm being 100% honest. I don't know if Kendrick's a nigga I kick it with either, but at least I feel like I will relate more with a Kendrick than a Drake. And this is why I'm with you. I'm glad it's over as well because there's no way positive this can go from here because
outside of violence.
And that's what, I was listening to, a lot of the OGs who came out and said things. And Cube said this, oh, well, you got to be careful that Cube can sit down because he's currently still beefing with Mac 10. That's why we ain't got a West Side Connection reunion album, my nigga. So sit down. You can't talk. Questlove literally played Takeover on MTV Unplugged. I don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, bro, what this is going to do this and third. The only one I kind of respect was Corrupt said. I love the fact Corrupt didn't. Shut up. Yeah, Corrupt didn't know anything that was going on. True old head. But he was like, no, the record is fire. But I look at it like this. I think that now we both music industry. We got people in the industry on both sides of the fence. We know people who know Drake, people who know Kendrick. From what I've been hearing, Drake ain't done. Now, what I mean, but I don't know if that means a new song or he's trying to kick up some dirt. I think he needs to stop because they both need to stop. But this is why because I don't think Kendrick them gonna do nothing. They're not gonna do nothing unless he does something. So because you've already had DJ Head, who's basically been their mouthpiece, say that we're good, we're not doing anything. Top tweeted out, good battle. Punch tweeted out, good battle. TDE, I think, even though Kendrick's not TDE no more, contractually, that's still his family, whatever. And we all know that the biggest unkept rumor is Kendrick has an album coming out. So I'm pretty sure he's going to take the momentum of Not Like Us and go straight into his album. But if Drake does anything, and then we saw Act say, well, this isn't over. If Drake does anything, it's going to make him look worse. And I say that because the general public, as you just said, Pav, they don't like Drake anymore. People have been waiting for this, not just the people who he's working with. And that's a different thing. They know him personally. I don't know what Drake has done to them behind the scenes. We can't speak on that. But the general public, I think, is fed up with Drake, to be completely honest. So any type of song he puts out, everybody gonna be like, nah, we ain't trying to hear that. So and any other proofy, anything dirty tries to throw on him, it's gonna look insincere because let's just say in a world, I think both of these niggas to an extent are lying. I don't think Drake is a pedophile. I do think he's a creep because we've seen
he does some weird shit, but weird is not illegal.
Weird is not illegal, but also weird. Going to dinner with a 13-year-old is weird.
Kind of weird.
And it's on Pedophile Boulevard. So that right there is enough if I'm Drake to shut up. So if he keeps it going that way, you don't know what else Kendrick got that he might have somebody who says yes. Drake did this to me, and now Drake's messing up his own money. So I hope, as a fan of hip hop and somebody who still likes Drake records, and let's be clear, when Drake comes out and put out another album, I'm gonna listen to it. You're gonna listen to it. This is not a Ja Rule situation. And honestly, Ja Rule wasn't a Ja Rule situation. Ja Rule was on a decline anyway, and 50 just pushed him off the cliff. Now that's all that was. So I just really hope for his sake, he just lets it go. He just lets it go. Go on your little vacation, whatever, and let's just leave it at that. That's personally what I hope. But on the music side, I think it's a wrap. I think it's a wrap. Kendrick won, and it just is what it is. But I think we just need to get the pack where everybody got to admit they got favorites, bro. There's nothing wrong with having favorites in this situation. And it's a rap battle. If you feel Drake won, this is not an actual scorecard. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of like versus. There was no actual scorecard.
Yeah.
I think Brandy washed Monica. There's people who think Monica beat Brandy. That's your opinion. And that's kind of how I look at it with this, where it was fun. I think it's the biggest battle in rap history. Well, number two, because
we've also never seen a battle in like real time like this. Like shit,
this quickly.
Like shit used to take like I think Takeover dropped and then like months later Ether dropped. Like
you never dropped 3 months later on Jay-Z's birthday.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Yeah. But like you've never seen like it just being like this took place over the course of a month,
6 weeks,
and it really took place over the course of a week. Honestly, really took place over the course of 4 days.
2 days, right? Yeah,
really took place. Like you've never seen it just happening in real time like this. But I'm happy it's over. Like I said, I do think Kendrick won. And also I even think what we heard from them is, I don't want to be this guy, but like a state of where hip hop is, because if you look at most battles over the past couple of years, people just die. Like people actually just die. And I think that they were kind of taking plays off of like the younger generation, where it's like nothing is too disrespectful.
And I just want to say this, we'll close with this and we'll get into basketball. Very shameful moment for hip hop media out there. Now, I think that all media in general is not in a good spot right now, but some of y'all gotta stop acting like y'all on the payroll. Like it's nasty business. Outside of maybe Joe Budden, and I actually give Joe credit because Joe hates Drake. So for Joe to actually be somewhat non-biased on this, I think is admirable. Because a nigga who pull up to my city and put my picture on Instagram, you not getting out that city. I'm not taking that lightly. Joe has no problem with that. So I give him credit for that. I give Elliott Wilson credit too for being neutral. But that stuff the academics be doing.
No, Ack was funny, bro.
No, first of all, I can't rock with Ack, bro. He's a lame,
funny,
bro.
Ack was
wasn't funny because
funny,
the reactions were funny, but he's a lame, bro. Like you're actively on this side. You know what I'm saying? Like you're getting intel. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like Kendrick sending him records and he's playing the actual Funk Flex or K Slay role here. No, nigga, you just getting records from him and you're showing bias. Maul looked like he was on the payroll yesterday. Like, what are we doing? Like, he went up there and said, "Oh, you don't diss somebody who put you on." And Rory's like, "We literally did that. We literally
he got mad.
This the dude who put us on. So
never bring him up to me ever again in your life."
And it's like, dog, y'all in y'all 40s, my G. Like, what are we doing? So that's all I want to say there. I just want to get your opinion on that. But let's move on to basketball. We are in the middle of the second round of the NBA playoffs. Only one game tonight. Between the Knicks and the Pacers. We'll get into that later. The league MVP will be announced tonight. Who do you think is going to get it? You think it's going to be Shea, or do you think Jokic is getting number 3?
Nikola Jokic is getting number 3. He's getting number 3 because look at their team.
Yeah, this is true. I think he's going to
tell y'all months ago. Aaron would argue with me. I tried to tell y'all they're not that good.
No, hold on. I'm not. You said the 09 Cavaliers.
Look at the fucking squad.
Okay,
look at Jamal Murray when he getting guarded by somebody not named D'Lo. He throwing fucking heat packs on the floor. He got so mad he threw a heat pack, then a towel on the floor.
Okay, what do you think? Did you think he should have been suspended?
Yeah, but you can't do that.
I don't think he should have suspended because he has no history of that. If that's Draymond, he get 2 games.
He should have been suspended just because, what if you throw a heat pad and somebody lands on the heat pad and sprains an ankle?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he
Look,
should
I'm
have
not.
been suspended, but you can't do that.
But 100K is a crazy fine.
It's a don't do it again,
Yeah,
brother.
that's what I'm saying.
Fine.
It's a crazy fine. Like, yes, he has it, but 100K for niggas who get paid every 2 weeks, that's still a
It's a lot of
hit.
money. It's a lot of money.
He ain't got LeBron money. That's still a
A lot of
hit.
money.
So, but let's get into the actual first game that I want to talk about, which is Dallas and OKC from last night. OKC won by 18, no, by 22 actually. 117-95. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander had 29 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. Jalen Williams put in 18 and 5. Chet Holmgren, 19, 7, 3 blocks. And not a good game for Kyrie and Luka combined. They only had 31 points combined. What did you think about what you saw last night? Because I kind of feel we're not giving the Thunder the credit they deserve. They're like 5-0 right now in these playoffs, and everybody just keeps talking about the Timberwolves.
We're not giving the Thunder the credit that they deserve. One, I think is because like they're a young team, and people think that when you're a young team, you have to lose to win. But what if they don't? Like, what if they don't have to lose to win? I mean, look at this squad. They do have somebody who we're talking about may potentially win MVP, which is more than what most teams could say. I mean, I think the race for the most part was really a 2-man race. It was between Luka and not Luka, but Jokic and Shea. It was a 2-man race. I do think some things in this game happened that we won't see. I think Oklahoma City's bench was extremely productive. I don't know if they will be as productive throughout the rest of the series as they were last night, but I don't think Shea is going to shoot 40% from the field every game either. I mean, if you look at throughout the season, he's been about 50% from the field type of guy. I also think Jalen Williams can play better. I think it's an easier series. This series is an easier series than it was for Chet last series because, Jonas is more physical. He's bigger. Looking at Gafford and you looking at Lively, like, number one, they're not even guys who going to post like that. They mostly just trying to, like, catch lobs and, like, set screens. So I think that this series is an easier series for Chet to be productive. So shout out him. But in reality, bro, I think Luka just need to play better. I even think even in the Clippers series, Luka got away with murder.
Yeah,
Kyrie was balling.
Kyrie went crazy.
Luka was out there shooting 33% like every damn night. Now, granted, maybe he not healthy, but you on the court. So, brother, if you out there and you playing, you got to play better. I mean, he ain't really made a three in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
He 1 for 8 for 3. You 33% from the field. I think Luka has to play the game of basketball better. And also the Mavericks. I don't know what be going on with the Clippers, bro. But the Mavericks defense,
We know
did
the
not
Clippers
look
be the Clippers, bro.
But like the Mavericks defense did not play last night the way they played against the Clippers. Not granted, maybe it's because the Thunder play differently. They have a different play style. They don't just ISO as much. So maybe the Clippers are a little bit more predictable than what the Thunder are. But they wasn't guarding to say, gee, Derrick Jones Jr. was looking like Scottie Pippen. PJ Washington looking like 16 Kawhi. What we doing? That wasn't the case last night. But I do think we're gonna be here for a second with this series. I don't think that this is gonna be like some 5-game situation. I think we're going at least 6, maybe even 7. But yeah, I'm with you. I think that we are at the point where people are underestimating the Thunder because I think they're like, oh, they're just a young team. And usually when you see young teams, you think that, oh, we got to lose to win. But like I said, what if they don't? What if they don't?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, man. I don't think this series is over by any stretch of the means. I do think this is going to go 7, just because Dallas, Dallas is an inconsistent team. I feel like that last series against the Clippers was an inconsistent off. Like both teams were tweaking. There was games that the Clippers had no business winning. I mean losing. There was games that the Mavericks had no business losing. So I think that they'll come back and bounce back. And I think Luka will play better. I also think Luka's hurt, but that's not an excuse. If you're out there this time of the year, everybody's hurt. You gotta go out there and do your thing. But OKC is different, man. OKC, the way this Shea plays, it feels so effortless. Like last night, he had a triple-double basically without blinking. Like he was like an assist and a rebound off. He plays so good. He gets his teammates involved. Chet is an incredible rim protector. Jalen Williams, I feel like he's going to get even better and better. And there, Lou Dort just locks up, plays great defense. They're a great team. There's no ego there. And the youth factor, at least 5 games in, hasn't shown his face. Now, I do want to see what happens when they get punched in the mouth for the first time. How do you react towards that? But so far, they're looking like the 1 seed, and maybe because they're not doing it as flashy as the Minnesota Timberwolves are. And granted, Minnesota Timberwolves played tougher teams. You knock out the Phoenix Suns, which has Kevin Durant on it, and now you got a 2-0 lead on the defending champion. So yeah, I understand why people care about that a little bit more, despite the fact that Anthony Edwards is so fun to watch. But Shea and the boys are just as good, and if they do meet up in the West Conference Finals, they're gonna have home court. So I do think we need to give them a little bit more love, but I want to see what's gonna happen when they get punched in the mouth, because I do feel like that's gonna come. And I think that just more than anything, the Mavericks need to work on their consistency, because the things they were able to capitalize on with the Clippers, they're not going to be able to do the same thing in OKC. When these close games come, Harden and PG went to do the same thing Harden and PG have always done, outside of like maybe game 5. And even it was not game 5. It was game 4, game 5.
Game 4.
It was game 4. Even then, them niggas was up 30. It shouldn't even got to where it was at to begin with. They should have blew them out. So look at all those things there. The Thunder aren't going to have that same lackadaisical approach that the Clippers did, man. So I definitely think that's going to be something that we're going to look at and see what happens when they lose.
Also, I want to say Maxi Kleber is hurt. He's not going to play the series. And I think that even if you go back and look at the Clippers series, like, he made a lot of big shots for them. And I think he gives them a certain level of versatility that they can do, because he's a big, but like he's not the lively type big, but he is like a big body. He's still 6'8", 6'9". He can help you on the boards, but also he can like shoot. And you also trying to work Tim Hardaway back in, because he came back last night. Finally came back and played. They played him 17 minutes. He didn't play really well. So I think that, once Tim Hardaway gets actually going, and once they figure out what they're going to do without Maxi Kleber, they'll probably play a little bit better.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that too. It's just, one thing I love about these playoffs is you're seeing the young guard come together. And I think we said this last week. I know we said this on the Monday show. Well, I don't think it's going to be embraced right away, because, everybody still want to see the names they've known from the last decade. And it's not like these dudes are retiring next year. You're still going to get the Steph LeBron matchups. Still gonna.
It's fun to have new teams, though, bro. Like, I'm tired.
It's fun to
like,
have good teams.
I'm so tired. Like, bro, I got so tired of seeing, and I love, bro. I got so tired of seeing Cavs Warriors every year.
Yeah, me too.
Like Cavs Raptors like in the East. Like, bro, it's fun to have new teams and new squads. And like, bro, we've never seen we've seen the Mavericks and Thunder, but it was like 10 years ago. Yeah. Like it's fun to have new matchups in the league and new guys, and when like you don't know what's gonna happen. As opposed to the other series that back in the day is like, well, we already know it's gonna be two people linking up and this person gonna win. Like, every time LeBron played the Raptors, for the most part, maybe outside of 2018, which was shocking, you knew the Cavs was about to put belt to ass every single time.
Right.
Like, these series, you don't know what's gonna happen.
And I also think it's funner to watch with Twitter because there's no stands. You know what I'm saying? With LeBron, there's the contingent of Bron stands and Laker fans. With Steph, there's Steph fans and Warrior fans. KD don't really got stands, but there's niggas who just hate KD so much they're just gonna say crazy stuff. With this, like, I feel like everybody's just getting a taste of it now. Of course, now eventually they'll have their stands and things like that, but it's just a fun time in the league for me right now to watch. That I'm very interested to see. That really the old heads are like Jokic and Tatum, and they're not even old. You know what I'm saying? Like that to me is fun to watch. Let's go to our next series, a series that I'm tired of watching already. I know you tweeted yesterday that this is gonna be the quickest 5-game series
ever. Get this shit over with, bro.
This is Boston Celtics, Cleveland Cavaliers. Boston won by 25 last night. Outside of that one game where the Miami Heat shot like 100% from 3, the Celtics have been as advertised in these playoffs so far. They've been washing niggas. Last night, Jaylen Brown and Derek White went a combined for 57 points. Tatum, we haven't even really had a Tatum game yet because he hasn't had to. I hate watching the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm not a Donovan Mitchell fan, like, whatsoever. Darius Garland is not the player I thought he would be when he got drafted. Jared Allen's probably going to miss the rest of the series. We don't even really know what's going on with him. And like you said, what does Evan Mobley do that's good? I'm
no. I won't say that. I just think that, like, his offensive game leaves a lot to be desired, and he hasn't developed the way that I think many people thought he would develop as a rookie. Like, his offensive game still is the same as it did 3 years ago. He'll he'll get the ball. Facts. He'll get the ball near the rim and just miss every layup, or like won't even look at the, or like won't even look at the goal. Like, bro, you right? There was a play yesterday where it's like he got the ball right by the rim. First thing he did was look for Donovan Mitchell. Gee, you 7 feet, bro. Lay the ball up.
Exactly, exactly. I hate when tall players don't act like they're tall. Like, what are you doing? And so they might get a game. It might be a game three with a the Celtics got in late. They don't care or something like that. But I think what we're seeing right here with the Celtics now, I don't think they're going to win a championship without Porzingis. I think they need Porzingis to win the championship, to beat any of those teams out west. I think they'll be good in the East because I don't care who come out that New York Indiana series. I think Boston's gonna smoke their boots. But
100%.
what do you see from Boston? As far as compared to these last couple of years, where they've been good, they've been favorites, but they've been tricking off. Like you seen consistency from this team. What do you think is the major difference from last year? Because we haven't really seen Jason Tatum beat Jason Tatum yet because he doesn't have to be.
No, we seen Jason Tatum be the Jason Tatum that I expect Jason Tatum to be. We see Jason Tatum be the exact person, but I think that they just stack the decks more, and I think they have a more balanced offense. I think Derek White obviously has stepped up, improved. Like the way Derek White's played this year, he wasn't playing like that last year. Also, again, the addition of Porzingis. Granted, I know he's not playing right now, and I know that things didn't work out in New York and didn't work out in Dallas because Luke ain't want to pass him the ball, and people come like compared him to Dirk, and he hasn't been that. But Porzingis is still a real 20 points, a real 9 to 10 rebounds a night, and a real 2 blocks, and a real 7'3" guy. Like that doesn't just walk on trees. Also, you get Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday, obviously, I think is an upgrade against Marcus Smart. Obviously, he's a better basketball player. I think he's better at running a team and initiating an offense. And if even if he wants to, him and Marcus Smart are kind of equal defensively. I think that offensively, player to player, no comparison offensively when it comes to Marcus Smart and Drew Holiday.
Yeah.
Also, even like Luke Cornett has even impressed me. Like last night, I didn't even know Luke Cornett could be that bouncy and could be that, like, I don't want to say athletic, but could be that for lack of better words, full of life on the court. So I just think that they just yeah, facts. So I just want to say that in general, I think they've stacked the decks. And also, again, like we always talk about, players need time to develop. Coaches do too. Like this is Joe Mazzulla's second year. Last year, like before the season, he wasn't even thought of to be the coach until they just fired Ime damn near right before training camp, honestly, kind of sort of. So yeah, I think the Celtics are doing what they should. And they realistically with this roster, they should be able to run off at least a back-to-back. They should at least be able to go back-to-back, at least with this roster. I mean, granted, like you said, when you look at the East, I mean, I think the Knicks will be there for a couple of years to come, but with the way Tiz be playing people, brother, you never know.
The Knicks got to get a second guy, man. Like,
yeah,
I enjoy the story, but this the NBA, dog. You need at least two alphas.
They got to get somebody else. The Bucks, I mean, the Bucks are kind of, I mean, you never, I mean, I think that they can regroup, but like, you never really know. So when you look at the Eastern Conference, I mean, the Cavs, like, what are we really doing? They ain't really on nothing. I mean, I think the Magic will be better next year, but I don't think they'll be ready to compete with the Celtics next year. So when I just think that they've stacked the decks, and I think that they should be able to at least get a back-to-back out of this. And if they don't, I would be somewhat disappointed.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Like, I feel like it's their championship to lose. I think the thing that's different for me with the Celtics is defensively. Like, defensively, they are not that they've ever been a bad defensive team, but they're excellent. They're an excellent defensive team. I think with the addition of Porzingis when he is healthy, has been great. And just offensively, they're so much smarter. I think the problem with them last year, problem with them the year before, the problem with them in the finals was dumb turnovers, forced 3-point shots, and just not staying true to what their offense was. They've done that all season. Now, granted, they have yet to be in a situation where, it's clutch time and we'll see how they act. So I still want to see that too, because that's when Jason Tatum likes to go in a cool move mode. And that's where Jaylen Brown likes to get in cool move mode too. So I want to see that. But these teams they're facing just don't have the personnel to bring that out of them. And I don't think the Knicks or the Pacers have that either. I don't think they're going to get an actual test till they get to the NBA Finals. And that's what we got to see. But there's no reason that they shouldn't win the championship in my eyes. And the way they've been performing so far, I'm impressed because when your team that's done so good, I think they've won the third or fourth most wins in Boston Celtics history. I saw a couple teams saying, "Oh, they're better than that KG, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce team." I can't say that yet because they haven't won the championship, but I do get where it comes from because
In theory,
in theory, and offensively they're better. Granted, it's a different offensive era than it was
yeah.
15 years, 17 years ago, and that's crazy. That was 17 years ago. It's a different offensive world than it was then. But if you remember, I don't feel like the Celtics actually got in the form to the Eastern Conference Finals. They went to 7 games in
The
first
7 games
two series.
with with
They was
the
playing crazy.
yeah.
They couldn't win a road game to save their life in the first two
Yeah.
rounds. So from that aspect, I agree. But it just feels like this is their year. And it kind of felt like that all year. And it really feels like that now, even with the way we see Denver playing. And I love how Minnesota's playing. I love how OKC is playing. I just don't know if they've got it. They don't have the personnel. Now, I do believe, especially against
Oh,
Minnesota, I will say this Minnesota is
got
they're
the
going to,
personnel.
yes, Minnesota. Let me tell you that Minnesota has the personnel. That's why they need Porzingis. And even then they still
They
because
still got the personnel.
this purpose segue into this now, nigga. Maybe I'm just saying this because I'm a Chicago sports fan and I love defense, but the defense I saw in game 2
Nah, that's the best defense I've ever seen in my life.
was amazing.
To the best defense I've
It was
ever seen in
amazing.
my life. Like
What you think
even
about that?
even when I saw him play live earlier, when I saw him play, I don't know if you at that game, but when I saw them play the
Yeah, I saw
Clippers
them earlier this year.
LA, like bro, the way that like the wings were like closing out, perfect closeout, rotating to everybody. I'm like, bro, I ain't never really seen no shit like this. And just like they can just guard. Like there's not a team in the NBA that they can't guard. There isn't a style that they can't play. And then even offensively, I think they had the 16th or 20-something best offense. They had the best offensive rating in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Now, some of that may be because obviously if you play great defense, like a lot of the times you're not going against other teams' set defense and your defense can translate to offense. But with the way Ant has been stepping up, and even Cat, like shout out Cat, bro. Like I know Cat gets a lot of
Cat should get a lot of
flack.
love, man.
Like I know Cat gets like a lot of flack, you know what I'm saying, for like some of his past playoff performances, but Cat's been balling. Like that still was special. And my whole thing with the Timberwolves was I know Ant's gonna do what Ant's gonna do, but you can't forget about Cat. You can't forget about Cat because Cat is still a special offensive talent. Like it's not many players who are 7 feet, can shoot, can score on basically all 3 levels, can shoot 40% from 3. Like that's something that don't come around every single day. So just man, like when you, I'm like the way, like bro, there was a possession where like they put Nikhil Alexander Walker and Jaden McDaniels both on Jamal Murray. He damn near couldn't get the ball up. He damn near couldn't get the ball up the court. Like brother, like bro, usually you want to switch for a mismatch. Who the mismatch?
That ain't no.
I guess Mike Conley would be the best one, but Mike Conley could, you know what I'm saying? Like Mike Conley could still guard people. Like who the mismatch? And even Jokic, like I mean, Jokic doing his best, but bro, we got Nas Reed, we can go at you. We got Rudy Gobert, we can go at you. We got Cat, we can go at you. We got 3 bodies to go at you, and y'all don't have no other bigs. Y'all gonna have to play DJ. Y'all gonna actually have to play DJ.
Yeah.
Like it's just like I am a believer. I'm believing in the fact that this team can win the finals. If they gonna guard people like this, and also be able to score, they can win the finals, bro. Yeah, they can actually win the finals.
I agree with that. And the most impressive thing, they did this without Rudy Gobert.
They did it without Rudy Gobert.
Like they did it without a 4-time defensive player of the year.
Who deserved the award, by the way.
Oh, I'm not disagreeing with that whatsoever. Like,
I mean, I know you're not disagreeing. I'm just saying for those
niggas don't like Rudy.
For those people that think he don't deserve it, he deserved the award.
Niggas don't like Rudy. Like, you know how people used to about niggas don't like Dre. Niggas don't like Rudy.
Niggas don't like Rudy.
Like people actually think he started COVID in the NBA, and we just gonna run with that. But like the fact they did that without Rudy is incredible. Now I will say this, a lot of people dunked on you for your opinion about the 09 Cavs and the Nuggets, and it was funny because when the Nuggets beat the Lakers, I feel like my niggas on my TikTok came back to it to try to cook you in the comments again. It was like a flood. Then I'm like, nigga, thing's been up for 2 weeks, which is hilarious. But the Nuggets have not played a good game all playoffs. Now, I see a lot of Laker fans on my timeline mad yesterday, like, oh, we could have did this. No, y'all couldn't.
Y'all look at your backcourt. It's Austin Reeves and D'Lo.
Yeah, y'all don't have the personnel. This ain't got nothing to do with Darvin Ham. Y'all ain't got the personnel.
Braun was out there getting strapped up by Aaron Gordon.
But Aaron Gordon was locking
2009,
him
this
up.
would have never happened. This would have never
Ever.
happened in 2009, bro.
2020, it would have never
In
happened.
2020, it wouldn't have happened, G. Now look at what Cat doing to Aaron Gordon. Aaron
Bruh.
Gordon can't do shit to Cat.
Bruh. And it's like, it's coming all together where they got punched in the mouth, dog. And one thing I love about Anthony Edwards is he knows he's the guy. He acts like he's the guy, but he's not over top with it. Like where it comes off like arrogant. And not that I really care about that because you do what you want to be popping, but I like that. And he gives power to his teammates. Every time they talk about him, he's like, nah, but look what Cat do. You know what I'm saying? Look what Jay McDaniels do. We all laughed that video all year. Niggas ain't laughing no more. Jay McDaniels has been an X factor. Alexander Walker, X factor. And this team, I believe, believes it. They know they can win the championship. And honestly, if you're the Thunder, if you're the Wolves, this is the time you want to do it. Because I'm gonna keep saying this. Do it before Victor Wembanyama gets good players.
Yeah, because
do it now.
If he stay healthy, God bless.
If he stays healthy,
God bless.
You're not winning nothing. Get it now.
God bless. Get it right now. Get everything
like
you want to win right now.
Before LeBron won one. Get it now. Okay. Before he like everybody, it's kind of like an NFL. If you're in the AFC, you're done.
So
you're not beating Pat. It's over.
Like
if you're in the NFC, you better pray that he don't make it that year. So that's just where it is right now. You better hope, you better do while Victor ain't got nothing with him. So to me, that's a good time. And I feel I picked the Nuggets in 6. You picked the Wolves. And I know on Monday, Dante and Bang was like, nah, man, Wolves going 2-0. You've been preaching the Wolves got, and I thought the Wolves were good. I just didn't know because young teams. I didn't know.
They're not that young, though.
They're not that young. They've been in the playoffs the last couple of years.
Not that young.
But against a team like, I had them beating the Suns, but the Nuggets, I was like, I don't know. I think the Nuggets are cooked. Now,
I said 6, and then when I watched game 1 on Monday, I'm like, nah, G5.
I think this is 5.
Nah, G5. 5 if they're lucky.
And I'm be real.
They might get swept, G.
That 5 ain't going to be Friday night.
They might get swept.
Friday night, they getting smacked.
They also might just get swept, bro.
They might get swept.
They might get swept, bro.
They getting smoked on Friday. I'm telling you. And it's going to be a painful smoke because Denver going to come out hot. Denver going to come out. It's like, this going to be their first good start all playoffs. And then you're going to look up, they down 18 and A-Rod clapping on the sideline. It's not good. And also with the Wolves doing this owner's battle with Glenn Taylor and A-Rod is going to get even hotter because A-Rod nigga, I'll put anything on the table now.
For sure.
And finding out that the Timberwolves is the reason that A-Rod and J-Lo broke up is hilarious.
That's insane.
Because A-Rod didn't want J-Lo to be his business partner, which is
hilarious.
Jokes. But I think this is going to be a wrap for them. And I really want to see OKC versus Minnesota. That would be a fun Western Conference Finals. But let's go to our last topic, man. Once again, like I said, if you're watching this is I'm not going to hold you halftime. It's my midweek show. If you want to watch this, it's usually on the Patreon exclusively, patreon.com/Barbershop Network. But I'm not doing a show on Friday. I'll be covering Bears rookie minicamp on Friday this weekend. So wanted to do the show for y'all today. But let's talk about the New York Knicks. And I think you all know how I feel about the Knicks. But I'm mad I'm saying this. I like this New York Knicks team. Yeah. They are an enjoyable team. Not that I didn't like the Knicks tapes team. Like, I just didn't. I'm a big Melo guy. I've always been a Melo guy, so I love Melo, but I just didn't care for the rest of them niggas. But this team is fun. Jalen Brunson, fun to watch.
Team, but
they're way better than that team. Like, way better.
But
the Nova Knicks are fun. I'm a Tibbs guy. Even though he killed Lou Aldane, I'm a Tibbs guy. I root for Tibbs, and I just love it. One thing I love, too, as one thing that, even though the Bears were, even though they've been bad and, up until this actual point of them actually having a bright future, one thing the Bears always do is they always have the old players around. They have alumni night every year. But last year, alumni night, I ran into Otis Wilson. I ran into Devin Hester. I ran into Spice Adams, Peanut Tillman, Mike Singletary. I run into all those guys because they're always around. You know what I'm saying? Something that the Bulls don't do, which I know you're going to go on your rant. But the Knicks do that. And I love seeing Huh?
Who you gonna bring back? Like, really, who you gonna bring back, bro?
He
Like,
said it's only like 5 niggas to bring
who you
back.
gonna bring back? Artist Gilmore? Like, who you gonna bring back, bro? Ain't
Mike,
nobody to bring.
Mike Scotty and Rodman
That's all you can
and
bring.
Horace Grant. Rodman be
Is
the only
Kurt
nigga that be
Heinrich
there.
back? Like, who you gonna bring back?
Rodman be the only nigga that be there. And he just started going there this year. But I love seeing John Starks basically be like the drunk uncle. You got, Pat be coming out. Pat never come out the house. Pat out there, Larry Johnson, Spree. But what
I
I
saw
love
Steph at the game. Steph at the game. Marbury.
I was about to say that's what I love the most. Steph is being embraced by the Knicks again, not just as the Knicks. Steph is a New York City legend.
Yeah,
Like we think of Steph now, we think of Steph Curry, but no, Stephon Marbury was the first Steph.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad to see him get his love. Every time Jalen Brunson hit a three, they reacting like, they part of the team. So I love that. MSG, I love watching the games on TV. It feel like it's loud watching it on TV. I can only imagine what it's like there. But it's fun team, fun year for them. I'm happy for their fans. But what do you think about this series? I feel like game one, now granted, it was a moving screen. I'm gonna say this like I said about the women's national championship game. It was a moving screen. I just don't like it being called. But it was a moving screen. But I don't think that was the reason they lost. What do you think about game one? And do you think that's a fatal blow for the Pacers? How can they bounce back?
No, I don't think it's a fatal blow. I mean, I think these are pretty two evenly maxed teams. Number one, Tyrese Halliburton. What the fuck? You got to play better.
He been huff all playoffs.
You got it. I think the man was 1 for 4 with 6 points.
He had 6 points.
Yeah, come on, bro. You got to play better. I think he took as many shot attempts as he had points.
Yeah.
That's unacceptable. You got to play the game of basketball better. But I think the Pacers. I don't think they can win this. I don't think they will win this series. But if they did somehow sneak this series, like you just got to get one game in New York. You get back to Indiana. You get back on your home court. I mean, man to man, if you look at, especially with the way like how banged up the Knicks are, obviously Mitchell Robinson is back out. Randy Wayne played all playoffs. Bogdanovich is out. Like they have so many banged up guys, and again, they're playing so many minutes. And the Pacers have just more guys, literally just play. They have more guys to throw in and just play. I think they can sneak this series if they can find a way to take game 2 today. And then, like I said, you get back to Indiana and you can get both games at the crib. Like, yeah, I think that like they can sneak this series. But Halliburton has to play better, bro.
Yeah.
Like he has to play better. Like, even if you're going to, like, at least give me 15 and 10, bro. But like 6 points. Oh, but shout out TJ McConnell, though. Shout out TJ McConnell. TJ McConnell has been hooping and balling. That ain't enough, though. But that ain't enough, though. Like, no, TJ McConnell should not be the story, bro. You got to play better.
There's 2 things I want. One, why do teams leave Josh Hart so open from 3?
Because percentage-wise, he's not a great 3-point
I get
shooter.
that.
But in the playoffs, he's been 44%.
That's what I'm saying. You got eyes, nigga. He cooked the Sixers. He was cooking them on Monday. Like, this is the thing to me about the Pacers, why I picked the Knicks in 5. I hated how they played against Milwaukee. There's not doubt in my mind if Giannis and Dame are healthy, that they do not win that series. Because they could have lost with Dame if Dame probably didn't miss a game or 2. I just hated how they played, and they can't play defense. Now, granted, their defense was decent on Monday. It was way better on Monday. But the Knicks are a team where they're going to keep coming. Their team, they believe that they're good. Now, I do believe they're hanging by a string because we know Tibbs teams.
Yeah.
They have very high minutes. We just saw Mitchell Robinson. He's done for the series for the playoffs. That's going to be a loss. Jalen Brunson, 40 points in first time Michael Jordan. That's dope, but it's not at the same time. He shouldn't be playing all these minutes.
He shouldn't have to do that every night for you to win
every game,
bro. Like that's just like that. But that goes back to they don't really have that much scoring. Like if you look at the way they play the game of basketball, because of the fact you don't have Randall there, you don't have Bogey, and you don't really have any for real other one-on-one options. It's a lot of like give Brunson the ball and let him figure it out. Like this, like literally give him the ball and let's just see what he does. Now, granted, I think against the Pacers, it's easier to do that because they don't play the same level of defense that the Sixers do. But still, bro, especially with the pace the Pacers play, I think that can wear on you as the game goes.
Yeah, that can wear you as the game goes too. I do think that tonight is crucial. I think if you're the Pacers, if you win tonight, you're feeling good. Go home, because let's be real, they're gonna have a home court advantage.
For
if
sure.
If you think them Hicks in Indiana let New York come down there, you're all right. And number one, New Yorkers ain't traveling to Indianapolis.
They're going to Indianapolis. That's not like driving to Philly.
Philly is a train ride.
They're not going to Indianapolis.
Them niggas ain't going to Afghanistan to watch them. All right. And they love basketball in Indiana.
Love basketball.
It's going to be a packed crowd. You think Larry Bird letting that go down? No. They finna have Caitlin Clark on like a float or whatever. You saw they had her in like that little Harley Davidson or whatever. Like she looked like I'm tired of doing promo. Like she tired of promo already. But and by the way, I love that they're actually I actually want to close on that. I want to get your opinion on that. We'll close on that. But I feel like they get that, you're feeling good. And if you're honestly, even if you're in New York, if you lose this, or if you win this, I still wouldn't get too excited.
Because they can go home and win both games.
They go home, smack you up. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't play great in Philly. Philly was just dumb, and Embiid was on one knee.
Literally. No, we not gonna do it for Embiid. Embiid was doing Embiid shit. Embiid was out there doing Embiid shit,
bro,
G.
I gotta shoot Embiid some bell this year.
G, that man Embiid had 28 points. They put Mitchell Robinson on him in the fourth quarter. He had 2.
G, he had no knee. I gotta
never have a knee.
Yeah,
he don't never have a knee, bro.
Yeah, but this shit, it was bad. This shit. Right. You ever play WWF No Mercy and like your energy's like on 2% and the rock leg is like hanging?
Yes, he was hurt, bro. But
yeah, that's what Embiid was like.
He was hurt, but come on, bro.
I gotta shoot him some bell for that, bro. And the nigga can't see out one eye.
He did have cerebral palsy, which is crazy.
I gotta give Embiid some love for that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think these series are over. But if I'm New York, honestly, if I'm a Knicks fan, this is a win. Now, if they win this year, like I expect them to go to, they go to East Conference Finals first time in 25 years. But this is where it gets interesting because you got to find a star. And hear me good. Donovan Mitchell is not that guy.
Devin Booker ain't either.
Devin Booker ain't that guy. You need where you get that star from, I have no idea. But you need to get you a legitimate star, and then you'll get something. And honestly, if I'm a star, I want to go play in New York. Look, Jalen Brunson is a god in New York right now. Like niggas out here saying blasphemous stuff like he's a bigger Nick than Pat, which is crazy.
No, that's insane. That's crazy. Just what are we doing, bro? Melo is fine. You can say that. Melo is fine. You can say that. You can say that. That's fine. Patrick Ewing is crazy, bro.
Patrick Ewing then down across.
You gotta relax. You gotta relax.
Ewing then down across mid OJ Chase.
You gotta relax, G. Patrick Ewing is. Who said that?
I seen niggas tweet that, bro.
Come on, man. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
I love to see what the Knicks are doing, man. But this last topic wasn't on the rundown, but I wanted to get your opinion on it. With the WNBA season getting ready to start up, preseason's already started up. We had Caitlin Clark's debut a couple nights ago, and people were upset that what's called Angel Reese's preseason debut didn't get aired. A couple other people didn't get aired, but people were airing it on Twitter, and they got like 4 million views on Twitter. But then, so I guess out of that, Sky's preseason game got shown on WNBA League Pass last night. First of all, 101-53 in a preseason game is ridiculous. I didn't that.
I just want to say there are some NBA preseason games that don't get put on TV. I just want to say that.
No, I get that, but there was nowhere to watch it. There's always places to watch it with the NBA. You can watch preseason game, whether it's in your market or League Pass.
Fair.
And especially with up and coming stars. Fair. Like Angel Reese is an up and coming star, and so they had and it's good to see. That Caleb Williams was there, Keenan Allen was there, Roman Dunze. I think it's dope for that because I feel like this is the new era of Chicago sports, not including the Reinsdorf-owned teams. They're over here. The Sky got what they're building over here. The Bears got what they're building. The Cubs are number 1 in the NL Central. Blackhawks got the generational talent in Connor Bedard, and they got the number 2 draft pick in this year's draft. So I feel like every team is building something except for the Bulls and White Sox. So to see kind of like them, all those people support each other, I think is good. But what do you think is going to be a catalyst for this WNBA season to be as big as it should be, where we're looking at all the talent, not just Caitlin Clark, and to try to get this on a bigger platform?
I mean, I think we're already trending there, but I've been saying this for years though, bro. Like even people talking, oh, why isn't the WNBA here? I'm like, bro, the shit been around 25 years, bro. If you go and you look at the first 25 years of the NBA, it was on tape delay. Like, I think that obviously we in this era where we want everything to happen quick and fast and in a hurry, but it's like, it takes time to build these things. It takes time to build excitement. I think we just now got to the point where we learn how to train women athletes. Like even when I look at their shooting forms, like I remember when I first started to cover WNBA, they got way better shooting forms. They shoot way better. Like I don't think we were even training women athletes the correct way that we're training them now.
Yeah.
So yeah, like again, like even if you look at like Diana Taurasi and Candace Parker, that's like Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain
Low key.
and like fucking Kareem, even like those are those people. And now we're getting into your Magic Johnson, your Larry Birds, and whoever your Michael Jordan is gonna be. And I shout out them for getting charter flights, which is something that I think one will help.
Big shout out.
Yeah, like I think it'll help rest and recovery. Like I can't imagine spraining your ankle and then having to go to the airport and then have to deal with flight delays and then have to like go get a middle seat or some shit like that. So shout out there for getting charter flights. I think that's something that will help rest, recovery, and travel time. So shout out them. And also you just have like it's also a security issue now. Like Caitlin Clark can't just walk through the airport. She can't.
Caitlin Clark just can't walk through Midway.
Yeah, like she just can't walk through Midway, bro. Like she can't do. Angel Reese just can't go walk through O'Hare.
And can I say that about Angel Reese? I want somebody out there to take that young lady's hand and show her, give her a Chicago guide, because she was on TV talking about somebody just ran up to her car and was like, "Open up the window. You would act like you from Chicago." No, my nigga.
No, do not open up that window.
Do not open up that window. Somebody show this young lady what to do. You know what I'm saying? Make sure she good. Cause she out here going out west to Jerk Villa. Like, nigga, like
relax.
Get her.
Not the queen of the city, G. Relax.
These women will rob you. Okay, like let's get her a guy.
Also, stop eating like that. What the fuck?
That also.
You an athlete. Stop eating like that.
That also.
The season's about to start.
I saw it on tweet. She's like, I went to Jerk Villa. I went to Harold's. I was
like, the season's about to start. Relax. Calm down. You about to play 30 minutes tomorrow. Calm down, baby. What you doing?
Yeah, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what their regimen is. I know what the Bears eat, and they ain't none of that. I've seen them niggas menu. But yeah, so yeah, look out for Angel, man. But yeah, like you were saying, it's a security issue and things like that. But I do feel like this is gonna be, like I said, for me, I haven't watched it all, to be completely honest, but I've been more tuned in. I plan on watching some games this year. I just hope they do it right.
I don't want to cut you off. They just got a commissioner 2 years ago.
Which is
they
insanity.
Didn't have a commissioner 2 years ago. Like they didn't have a commissioner, bro.
It's insanity, bro. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so like the league is coming around. It's coming together. I hope that the one thing I do hope, and I still think that we do it, is people still treat them like women that also happen to be athletes and not just athletes.
Yep.
I think we need to just get to the point you're treating them like just athletes. Like I think when you watch women's tennis, you don't treat them like they're women who also play tennis. You just treat them like they're an athlete.
We don't treat Serena like, she's
a woman who happens to play tennis.
Like, yeah,
no, she's just a tennis player. She's an athlete.
She's an athlete. I agree with that too. It's definitely with the perception of it, media coverage and everything like that, man. But that's all I got for y'all today, man. I'm not gonna hold you halftime. This is the Wednesday midweek show. Usually it's a Patreon exclusive. Today I hit y'all for the free. So if I was y'all, I would subscribe to the Patreon, man. Patreon.com/Barbershop Network. You get halftime, you can get overtime, which is the local hour for the $5 holla, or you can do the $10. We got everything on the Barbershop Network Patreon. Follow Pavy, man. Follow Pavy at Pavy World on Twitter and Instagram. We got something dropping on Monday.
Yeah, well,
big news.
Yeah, Monday. I was gonna say Tuesday, but it's Monday.
It's Monday and something that's involving Tuesday.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So we got stuff dropping tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, but Monday. Next Monday. Obviously next Monday, because what the fuck?
It's Wednesday.
But anyway, so look out for that. Should be cool. I'm excited about it. So yeah.
Definitely, man. Look out for that. Me and my brother gonna eventually do an episode of 79th and Hollis. My voice has been all over the place, so we're gonna try to get that to y'all. I'm doing rookie minicamp on Friday, so don't expect too much from that either. It's fucking minicamp, man. Like them niggas probably not even gonna throw that much. Like I guarantee you, they're gonna be like in team issue shorts. They probably gonna do warm ups, couple of throws. I think more than anything, and just for the rookies to get familiar with the playbook, is really what I think it's gonna be. So I'll be there on Friday, and then we'll be back with a full show on Monday, man. So like I said, you can follow Pavy at Pavy World on Twitter and Instagram. You can follow me at Barberchair Scott on Twitter and Instagram. Follow the Barberchair Network at Barberchair Net on Twitter and Instagram. Follow H&B Media at H&B Media TV on Twitter, at H&B Media on Instagram. And also get into our sponsors, Pillars. Go to pillarsclub.co, Pillars_club on Instagram, or visit any of their 3 store locations. There's one in the West Loop, there's one in Orland Mall, and there's one in Chicago Ridge Mall, man. They have a big sale going on right now, 40% off all hoodies. So get in tune with that, man. So we'll holler at you on Monday. We up out of here.